My name is Thanaporn Saleephol, a fourth-year student at Faculty of Communication at Chulalongkorn University and the director of HCAP Academy Committee. On behalf of Harvard College and Asia Program Chulalongkorn University, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone to our 2016 HCAP conference. I'm delighted to have you here to participate and share in our conference under the theme Equality, Tolerance, and Freedom, the Effect of Culture and Policy in a Globalized World. Thank you all for coming. And so we're having also a recording here. So the video will be later available on YouTube for anyone who's interested in this topic. They can also check the video and see our discussion today. So the discussion today will be kind of relaxing, so feel free to ask any question that you may have. And also we have spent already one night in Pattaya, and yesterday we had a chance to walk around the city. So I'm sure all of you have a question that our speaker today can tell us a lot about. So the discussion today is on breaking sex worker stereotype, criminalization, exploring the perception and experience. And our honorable speaker today is Khun Thitiyanun Nakpor, or Khun. She is the director of Sister Foundation and transgender activist. She earned a degree in business administration from Maitree University in Chiang Mai, the north of Thailand. She started her social work in 2005 as a transgender activist coordinator with M+ Chiang Mai. There, she had the opportunity to work with transgender sex workers, focusing on HIV prevention and rights to healthcare advocacy. Khun started working at Sister Foundation in 2013. The Sister program was developed with the support from the United States Agency for International Development under the U.S. President Emergency Fund for AIDS Relief and other donors. The program is one of a handful in the region to provide health service exclusively to transgender people in a community setting. So Sister Foundation provides a social haven, HIV testing and concealing, and STI screening and treatment. Also one-on-one counseling, capacity building, drop-in center activity, community activity to build social acceptance, group outreach, and home-based care and support. So welcome, Khun Thitiyanun.
Welcome to Pattaya. Good afternoon. Yes. And I'm so sorry because I'm speaking English is not well. If you have, yes, maybe some parts, we have my sister, she wants to know me for translate for you, okay? And today, I would like to make about the, chair is like you living in your home, relaxing, and yeah, ask me anything if you want to know about me, about the Thai transgender, about my work at Pattaya, and yes, everything if you want to know about Pattaya and Thailand. Relaxing, no? Okay, and how are you, sorry? 20, okay, we are 20. Same, okay. We are friends, yes, and we talk everything. And relax and feel free to ask me anything you would like to know, okay?
So first, Khun, can you tell us how you get involved in with transgender and working with transgender sex worker?
Yeah, my program at I have my experience more than 10 years about the transgender issue in Thailand. HIV is the one part of my work as sister, but I think if we should to work for about the quality of, I would like to see about the quality of life for the transgender women in Thailand. Yeah. But today I will start about my work as sister, and not only sister in Thai society for the acceptance and for understanding about the way of life of transgender women in Thai.
So first, I believe we have a video about Sister Foundation work that we can show all of you so you can understand more about the foundation. So let's watch the video.
Yeah, the video will show about the health issue and HIV testing issue, but we choose to share for the human rights and sexual rights for them too. Okay. One of of them they came here to Pattaya for work and make more money.
ที่มาศูนย์สเตอร์ก็เพราะว่าเป็นอะไรคุยกันเองมาแล้วมิทติ้งมีความสุขคุยกันสนุกสนานกิจกรรมทำกับข้าวอะไรกินกันมิทติ้งกันเชียร์ที่ศูนย์สเตอร์เนี่ย
The sister program we run program by TG or TG. Most of the staff and most of the volunteers at here they are transgender people. Most of the transgender people she didn't love to go to the hospital, but she come here.
ถ้าไปที่สถานสาธารณสุขหรือว่าโรงพยาบาลนะคะเขาก็คือจะกลัวเกรงคือเกรงใจอยู่ว่าจะผลออกมาเป็นไงก็น่าจะเป็น2 เป็น2ที่ไม่ให้คำปรึกษาแล้วก็ไม่ให้คำดูแลเกี่ยวกับสุขภาพน้องใช้เวลาในการตรวจเลือดVCT ไม่ใช่ประมาณ45 นาทีตามมาตรฐานนะครับก็จะมีการให้คำปรึกษาก่อนนะครับที่เขาก่อนนะครับประเมินเรื่องความเสี่ยงโดยรับสินเช็คหรือการตรวจเลือดแบบฝากผลเลยและเป็นสิ่งที่ทำให้น้องเกิดความสบายใจไม่ต้องกังวลใจในเรื่องของผลการตรวจเลือดในการลองผลงานตรวจแล้วรู้เลยสบายใจได้เป็นยังไงเรื่องการดูแลก็คือมาที่เตอร์เนี่ยค่ะก็คือการตรวจเลือดเนาะมาตรวจเลือดก็ง่ายแล้วก็สะดวกนะคะไม่ต้องไปรอที่โรงพยาบาลเนี่ยพอ positive เนี่ยเราก็จะมีกระบวนการในการให้คำปรึกษาส่งต่อการแพทย์ซัพพอร์ต
Today we have about 50 people getting the VCT.
ค่ะรู้สึกดีค่ะที่ศูนย์ซิสเตอร์มาที่ทำงานเราตรวจเลือดในที่ทำงานเรารู้สึกสบายและดีใจและเป็นกันเองค่ะ
I strongly believe that sister is a good example and we need more this kind of service and program in the region.
My dream, I want to see about the quality of life of transgender people. Even better in the future.
Okay. This is program for only HIV testing, and we have the mobile testing for move to. Last night you went to Tiffany show, right? Yes. A lot of the transgender more than 100 people, 200 people, they are trans workplace in the coverage show. In Thai society, okay, I will talk about this video. We make this video by the UNAIDS in Thai because for the HIV in Thai and Asia is a high risk, is a high percentage for the HIV positive, right? In the minority group, it's like the key population group in the MSM and transgender, migrant, in the sex worker, and the last in the in people who inject drug use, in Thai. But more than 10% for the HIV positive in Thai in the transgender group. We have the program supported by the USAID of the MEGA, for this program.
Okay.
So first, can you tell us a little bit about the life of transgender in Thailand? Because mostly people see Thailand as being a heaven for gay people or for transgender. And also when we're here in the setting of Pattaya, we have a lot of cabaret show which is performed by transgender people. For example, last night we were at Tiffany and they're all transgender. So why is mostly like transgender people have been in the entertainment industry and also like involving in sex work?
I want to share about start by the word if you call a transgender people in Thailand, we call not call transgender in Thai. In Thai for the local term for if we talk about the transgender we call กระเทย กระเทย
It's hard to translate. I think there's no direct translation because if you translate transgender, it will become paid. Yeah, so you can explain to us.
กระเทยสาวประเภท2 is the second term of the woman สาวประเภท2 is this is the Thai word is very hard and we have the two word กระเทย or สาวประเภท2 if we call for the transgender people in Thailand and กระเทย from the เขมรเป็นภาษามาจากเขมรนะครับกระเทยมันเพี้ยนมาอย่างเงี้ยคือมี2อยู่ใน1
So like there is derived from like Khmer language, so they have like 2 syllables and like 1.
From Khmer, which is like Cambodian language, from Cambodia. So mostly like the language in Southeast Asia, like kind of like we took some words from Khmer language. So this word also comes from Khmer. It means when you have 2 sex in one.
And for me, in my individual, I love กระเทย word because it's directly if everyone say with me กระเทย but สาวประเภท2 is like the second term of the woman. I think it's not good for me because it's like the why second, why first, okay, it's not equal for สาวประเภท2 and in Thai we have the if we talk about the trans woman for the visible, it's a long hair dress look like lady, the trans woman maybe มีประมาณ2-300,000 คนในฐานข้อมูลของประเทศนะครับ
So it's around 300,000 people that's like transgender people like in Thailand.
Most of the many countries from inside and outside of Thailand maybe think you come from the USA, right? And maybe think Thailand is the paradise of the LGBT people, right? But in the real, it's not. Okay, and I can go everywhere. I have freedom life. I can go to 7-Eleven for shopping, for take a somtam, papaya salad, something else. And yes, like general people. But for the document from the government, I cannot change my identity in my ID card. Now I am Mr. It's not good because in Thailand we have a very famous for the transgender in the world. It's more beautiful in the world, right? But I can go everywhere. I have many questions from people around me. Example last year I went to the Philadelphia conference, Tan Health, and San Francisco. I had the question from the immigration from US about me a lot. It's a lot of my time in the airport because my identity not met for the it's my lady, right? It's talk about Mr. This is the one problem for the transgender people in Thailand. And 2, now we cannot change about my identity in the ID card, right? But the second, I cannot make same-sex marriage. Your country in the US for the 50 states, we can เขาเรียกว่าเขายอมรับเรื่องนี้มากอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
So in 50 states in the US, they already like recognize like gay marriage.
But in Thai we cannot. You cannot marry with Mr. and Mr. And for me, I didn't want for the marriage because I can in Thai norm. But I want to the document support for the social welfare between my partner. Okay, I have my boyfriend. He is Thai, and he in Chiang Mai. We live together more than 12 years ago, and we have the saving the money together. We have the car, we have the house, but I'm not sure about in the future. This is the one reason for the same-sex marriage. And for the job, this is a very big for the transgender people. If you show you are a trans woman, you cannot access to the job. This is the one reason. I want to be the teacher, okay? Cannot. I want to be the doctor, cannot. I want to study in the medical, cannot. If you want to be the doctor and teacher, you should to cut the short hair and say crap. You know crap? And you make the male uniform. This is my life, okay? It's very important. If you are a transgender people in Thailand, you can access to the job for 2 or 3 jobs. The first one, you should to work in the cabaret show. You see a lot for the professional cabaret show, and to be an artist, and the last choice, sex worker. This is one reason for why, if you have why the transgender people work in the sex worker, because I cannot make more money. I no have money, I no have work, no have money, no have job, no have money. This is the one reason for the transgender is a big problem in Thai now. This is a situation for the not paradise for LGBT people. Yes, this is a big one.
So, for example, like yesterday when we were at Tiffany, all the transgender or the kathoy in the cabaret show, they all, have a very feminine looking, they have,
Slim lady,
Yeah.
this big lady, and big mama. Slim lady.
Yeah, so can you maybe tell us about mostly the experience of transgender or kathoy people, to be able to get there on stage and perform for us, what they have to go through, and was it difficult?
In Thai, if you are transgender woman and you beautiful, you can accept the job. But if you have money, you can fighting. Okay, it's a high competition in Pattaya for the cabaret show. If you have money, you can surgery your body. You can plastic surgery and take the hormone therapy. About the hormone therapy every day. But because in Thai, if you have money, you can go to the drugstore and buy the hormone for ladies and injection, and you can go to some surgery clinic and sex change. Yeah, it's very easy. But in US, no, you should to talk with the doctor first and certificate something for you. But in Thai, you don't have everything. If you have only money, you can go every day and you can change. This is the one. For sister, I would like to work with the medical institute for the SOP standard of work and some procedure for the good health and safety for the transgender people in case of something wrong.
So now maybe we can open floor for questions. So anyone have any question?
I just have a question on the legalization of sex work in Thailand. Is it completely legal, or is it like decriminalized, or just like what is the status for being a sex worker?
Sex worker is illegal in Thai, but in my state of only me, I would like to see a sex work is work in Thai. But because we have the long time for this opportunity, but in Thai, if you are sex work is illegal. But yesterday you go to walking street, right? Because in Pattaya area is the extra zone. Look like Bangkok and Chiang Mai, and Pattaya is the same Phuket area. Pattaya, most of last week I came to the Bangladesh for conference in Bangladesh. If we talk Thailand, most of the people think Pattaya is the first one. Pattaya, okay, Thailand. Because I think Pattaya is like the sex industry. It's very open if you talk about it. But not only sex industry. Pattaya is mafia area too. Okay? A lot of the drug, a lot of the tolerance, a lot of the trafficking is a one thing in Pattaya area. But a lot of money. Yeah. And a lot of the bar, beer bar, show bar, go, the freelance sex work in the beach, something like that. Okay? And not sleep, the city of sleep in Pattaya. Yes. แต่ว่าเราพยายามทุกคนรู้ว่าพัทยาเป็นยังไงพัทยาขายบริการได้ยังไงมันมีมานานแล้วแต่ว่าเบลอๆไปครับเพียงแต่ว่าคนก็ต้องระมัดระวังเรื่องกฎระเบียบางอันที่ไม่ให้แหกแล้วทำให้ดูติดเกินไปอย่างเงี้ยมันอาจจะตกแจ้ง
So she said that mostly, if the sex worker got assaulted or something happened, they mostly don't go to the police. And if it's like small thing, but if it's really serious, if they got physically hurt really bad, some people you can go to the police, but they will have like a court, and then or you can come to Sister Foundation, which is also like a place that you can come and consult, and then you can. She can provide assistance, the foundation will provide assistance, taking it to the police and try to maybe file charges. But mostly people know that Pattaya is a place for sex work. But what you have to try to do is that you can have to live, but not try to violate any law or make things too obvious.
Because we have the one program, we support the budget of the Fund for Women's Rights Project in the world. We have the human rights defender in the area. It's like the high heel human rights defender in the walking street and in some place. ก็คือมีอาสาสมัครที่เป็นกระเทยดูแลกระเทยด้วยกันอันนี้เราเป็นอาสาสมัครเพื่อเทคแคร์ดูแลน้องในพื้นที่
She also train transgender volunteer to take care of sex workers in the area, for example, in walking street.
And in the future, we would like to have the mapping zone, area zone. If the police stay this area, we have the red zone, yellow zone, green zone, safe zone, something like that in the future. And we have the program like the Facebook and Line group for study about the Pattaya with my client.
While they're working, because they're not protected by the law, perhaps, but is life unstable in other ways? Do they make good enough money to survive? Do they live in safe conditions? Things like that.
คือเป็นเรื่องเซลล์สติกมาเลยค่ะคือเซลล์สติกมาเป็นเรื่องที่สำคัญอันที่สองคือเขาไม่สามารถบอกกับครอบครัวหรือแฟนเขาได้หรอกว่าเขาเป็นเซ็กซ์เวิร์คเพราะเซ็กซ์มันเป็นเรื่องของในธรรมของประเทศด้วยครับครอบครัวเขาไม่รู้หรอกว่าลูกทำงานอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเข้าใจไหมอันนี้ก็คือว่าเขาหาเมกมันนี่เยอะเนี่ยอย่างน้องที่หลายๆคนไปต่างประเทศอย่างอเมริกาไปอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเยอรมันเนี่ยได้เงินเป็นเงินดอลลาร์อะไรมาเงินบ้านฮ่องกงอย่างเงี้ยนางโสดที่เป็นนางบ้านนางเขาคลั่งมากทองเต็มหมดเลยแต่แบบมันไม่บอกแม่หรอกก็ไปทำบอกว่าเป็นพริตตี้บ้างเป็นมอเตอร์โชว์บ้างเป็นอะไรบ้างอย่างเงี้ยเขาก็ไม่บอกเลยนะว่าเป็นเซ็กซ์เวิร์คมันเป็นเรื่องน่าอายในสังคมบ้านเรา
So for Thailand, sex work is very embarrassing. It's a self-stigma in a way that most people who work as a sex worker, they cannot tell their family members or their boyfriend or their partner that they are a sex worker. But like she said before, that most people who are transgender is tend to live far away from their home. So there is a lot of sex workers who come work in Pattaya or in Bangkok, or they go work abroad in the U.S., in Hong Kong, and they, when they get money and when they exchange, it's a lot of amount of money, and they send it back to their family. And they said that they lie that they're working, as in either in an entertainment industry or something else that is not a sex worker.
อันที่สองคือเรื่องประเด็นของenjoy ที่เหมือนปิงปองโชว์หรืออะไรที่ไปดูเมื่อวานใช่ไหมครับคือเรารู้สึกว่ามันเป็นเรื่องบิวคือการเป็นเซ็กเวิร์กมันต้องบิวให้เกิดอารมณ์ที่มีความรู้สึก enjoy ลูกค้าคือที่นี่เขาใช้ยาร่วมด้วยเขาเรียกว่าเป็นแมวสแน็คที่ไม่กินมะม่วงเป็นยาบำบัดค่ะแต่ว่าถ้ากินกับโค้กเนี่ยมันจะทำให้กระปรี้กระเป๋าแล้วก็ฮ่าenjoy ตลอดเวลานี่คือพยายามช่วยตัวเองบิวเข้าวันนี้รับแขกเยอะอันนี้คือหนึ่งเรื่องอันที่สองคือที่มีน้องที่อยู่ทำงานรับแขกวัน20 คนนะแล้วนางมาร้องไห้กับพี่นางได้เงินเยอะมากในบัญชีนางได้เป็นเงินไทยนั้นได้เยอะมากเป็นหลายแสนหลายล้านแล้วพ่อแม่มีความสุขมากมีกลายกับกลับประเทศไทยมีความสุขมากนางร้องไห้นางนอนกับพี่นางร้องไห้เพราะไม่รู้เลยว่านางแบบท ผ่าน20คนเราเลือกลูกค้าไม่ได้มันไม่มีความสุขนะแต่คุณต้องบิวให้มีความสุขตลอดเวลาอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
So the second point is that there's also drugs involved. So like yesterday she mentioned like when you go to ping pong show, like when you walk in the Wall Street, people seem to enjoy it because it's part of their job. That you have to look like you're enjoying what you're doing, you're happy, and there is a certain kind of drugs that most sex workers also use, and then that when you drink it with Coke, like Coca-Cola, it's kind of like make you can be able to entertain and like enthusiastic and happy. So that's what you see. And she also had a nice experience from one of the members of Sister Foundation that she go work abroad like in other countries. She takes around 20 clients per day, and when she come back, she have like more than thousands of baht or even million on her account. But then she talk to Khun Doi and then cry, and obviously she feels sad about it.
อีกอันนึงคือว่าเขามีแฟนเขาแต่ก่อนนะเขามีความสุขมากเวลาเขามีเซ็กกับแฟนเขาฟิลได้หมดเลยแต่พอช่วงหลังเขาไปทำงานเขาผ่านลูกค้าเนี่ยพอเขากลับมาที่ห้องเขามีกับแฟนเขาไม่มีความสุขคือเขาบิวเยอะเกินไปกับลูกค้าแล้วทำให้เหมือนกับแฟนคนนี้ที่เขารักมากอ่ะกลายเป็นอารมณ์เหมือนลูกค้านะเข้าใจไหมคือความสุขหายไปเลยค่ะกับชีวิตเรื่องนี้
So another issue is that she have a partner, and like in the end, like when she start doing sex work or like after having sex with a lot of clients, and then of course you have to pretend like kind of in form of acting that you enjoy it, and then one day when she came back and have sex with her partner, she just don't enjoy it anymore, and that is really depressing because she really loved her partner, but then she couldn't enjoy the sex with her partner anymore because it's kind of feel like also like a client.
คือสิ่งที่ซิสเตอร์ทำและพี่ทำนี่คือเรื่องคุณค่าที่บอกว่าจะแก้ปัญหาเรื่องเซลล์ซิกมายังไงคือพี่ก็ต้องทำคือเขามาเขารู้ว่าเงินเป็นเงินร้อนนะก็จะเอาออกโดยการไปไหว้พระทำบุญดูดวงเสริมหน้าผากเรียนลูกตาเทพคือทำอะไรก็ได้ที่นางอยากทำอ่ะคือเข้าใจไหมเปิดร้านเสริมสวยเป็นธุรกิจเล็กๆเป็น SME business คือสอบผู้ชายอะไรเงี้ยคือแบบว่าคือชีวิตคือเข้าใจไหมอะไรก็ได้ที่นางทำแล้วมีความสุขนางอยากทำแล้วก็พี่ก็ต้องพานางไปทำโดยเฉพาะทำบุญเนี่ยนางคิดว่ามันเป็นเงินบาปนางก็ต้องทำบุญเยอะอะไรอย่างเงี้ยมันเป็นเรื่องอย่างนี้ทางเอกก็เคยกลับมาแบบทำบุญเยอะ
The money that they get is like hot money, right? And so they feel bad to like holding it sometimes. So their outlet is like going to temple, make merits, or go to horoscope, or maybe some of them even open a beauty shop, like an SME, like a small scale one, like trying to do like things to make like themselves feel better.
So what Khun was saying is that Sister Foundation try to encourage self-esteem and self-acceptance and try to decrease the stigma within the sex worker themselves. So whatever they want to do, like that makes them happy, she try to encourage that.
แล้วก็ในธุรกิจเซ็กซ์มันเป็นเรื่องการแข่งขันตลอดเวลาที่นั้นคุณต้องโอท็อปคุณต้องทำอะไรที่ตัวเองสวยตลอดเวลาเพื่อที่จะไปรอบหน้าคุณแข่งคุณจะได้เยอะกว่าเดิมอย่างเงี้ยดังนั้นต้องซิสเตอร์ต้องช่วยในการวางแผนเพื่อการเซฟวิ่งเงินในอนาคตเผื่อเขาเจ็บป่วยด้วยทำประกันชีวิตด้วยทำอะไรก็ได้ซื้อทองไว้ก็ได้รู้ว่าถ้าไม่อยากใช้เป็นเงินอย่างเงี้ยคือต้องวางแผนช่วยเขาวางแผนเรื่องเราแบบนี้ด้วยนะครับเรื่องในอนาคตด้วยไม่ใช่ได้ล้านมาทำกับตัวเองหมดล้านแล้วก็ยังไงต่ออะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับเป็นเรื่อง
Sister Foundation also help with savings and like money planning because it's a business that you have to constantly like take care of yourself, Botox injection or surgery or everything, and you can't like spend it all on yourself. You have to like plan it, and so
that's also another thing that is important in the long term. Another question?
My question is about the Tiffany show and how you feel, since it really glamorizes transgender women, how do you feel that like shows like that and cabaret shows affect the experience of just like normal everyday trans women?
คือที่เป็นโชว์เนี่ยมันเป็นเรื่องของเขาขายแบรนด์เรื่อง professional กับเรื่องความสวย beauty real beauty อะไรเงี้ยคือแบบว่าความสวยแล้ว professional คือโชว์คือจะเป็นโชว์ที่ดังที่สุดในโลกอยู่แล้วที่เป็นนี่อาคาซ่าแต่พัทยามีหลายที่ใช่ไหมครับแล้วก็ดังมากระดับโลกคือมันขายแบรนด์เรื่องความสวยขายแบรนด์เรื่องความเป็นมืออาชีพในโชว์
Tiffany and as well as Alcasa, which is another cabaret show, and its name is really world famous for its professional and its beauty.
คือมันเป็นเรื่องดีเพราะว่ามันเป็นเรื่องงานที่น้องได้ทำและมีสวัสดิการด้วยเป็นบริษัทดังนั้นพี่เห็นด้วยอยู่แล้วว่าเป็นเรื่องดีมากดีกว่าหลายๆงานที่เราทำแล้วเราไม่มีสวัสดิการอันนี้มันรับเฉพาะกระเทยเป็นส่วนใหญ่ด้วยดังนั้นเนี่ยมันไม่เลือกปฏิบัติกับใครแต่เรารู้สึกว่ามันไม่ได้เลือกปฏิบัติกับใครหรอกแต่ว่ากระเทยมีสามารถแอคเซสถูกช็อปได้มีสวัสดิการได้แล้วขายความเป็นโปรเฟชชั่นอลได้อันนี้คือหนึ่งงานที่เขาเลือกจะทำ
She also thinks that it's a good thing that they have a proper workplace because here they get social welfare as well, and it's in the form of company, and so and they also accept mostly transgender people, so it gives them the opportunity to work and stuff.
คือมันเป็นเรื่องของคือช่วงหลังที่เป็นโชว์เขาขายแบรนด์เรื่องประเด็นของการทำงานเชิงสังคมด้วยคือเขาเป็นคาบาเร่โชว์ที่นำเงินการเข้าการท่องเที่ยวในประเทศไทยเยอะมากแต่ละปีคนมาดูเยอะมากวันนึง6-7 รอบทัวร์ลงตลอดอย่างเงี้ยดังนั้นเมื่อเทียบกับธุรกิจการท่องเที่ยวอื่นที่เป็นเนี่ยหรือว่าโชว์คาบาเร่โชว์ในพัทยาเนี่ยดังมากพี่โอเคน้องไปก่อน
It's also famous for CSR social responsibility work because it partner with Thailand tourism as well authority and then it gives a lot it helps a lot with
คือพี่เป็นคิดว่ามันเป็นงานที่พาวคือภูมิใจที่ได้เป็นงานโชว์ระดับหนึ่งสวยๆอย่างเงี้ยแต่ว่ามันมีมันเป็นแบบสังคมส่วนหนึ่งคือมันทำให้กระเทยรุ่นน้องอยากสวยรุ่นพี่แล้วก็ไฟกว่าเพื่อที่จะได้เงินมามีให้สวยรุ่นพี่อันนี้คือเป็นเรื่องของมันเป็นเรื่องที่มันเป็นความสวยคืออีกความสังคมอ่ะ
And to answer your question, it's also with all the glams and glitz and everything, it makes the other transgender people who still new to the industry want to look like these glamorous transgender people at the cabaret as well.
แต่ความฝันของพี่คือพี่ไม่อยากไปโฟกัสว่างานที่เราจะทำได้คือคาบาเร่อย่างเดียวเท่านั้นเลยมาทำงานอย่างอื่นได้ไม่อยากไปโปรโมทเรื่องคาบาเร่มากเกินเพราะว่ามันเป็นแค่งานหนึ่งที่ทรัพยากรมีจำกัดคนมีจำกัดมันไม่สามารถกระเทยทั้งประเทศไม่สามารถทำงานนี้ได้ทั้งหมดมันต้องสวยมันต้องแบบเก่งมันต้องคลิปซิงเก่งอะไรอย่างนี้ด้วย
Even though she supports the cabaret show, but she doesn't want all of them to aspire to do in the cabaret show because it's limited resources, and then she wanted them to have other opportunity as well.
ข้อดีของการช่วงหลังๆนี้ที่เป็นที่เขาเน้นเรื่องประเด็นของคุณค่าทำอีว่าแล้วก็เขาก็ทำงานคือมิสทิฟฟานี่ยูนิเวิร์สเนี่ยเขาก็มาเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของงานรณรงค์เรื่องเพศด้วยเรื่อง gender recognition เรื่อง equality ด้วยดังนั้นมันเป็นอะไรที่แบบมันกว้างกว่าเรื่องธุรกิจที่เขาทำนะซึ่งเป็นเรื่องดีในการที่จะบอกว่าประเทศไทยมีเพศสามและมีตัวตนจริงอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
They also do other CSR in campaign they have Miss Tiffany, right? So they're gonna be the representative and the face of the campaign to raise awareness about gender equality and stuff, and it's also good for Thailand to let the people know that we have this here and that we are proud of it too.
Because you know about the Thai society, we clear cut for the man and lady, men and women, right? But for the transgender and LGBTIQ people, it's like the gray color. No have the identity, no have the area, no have the government support. Yes, I think Tiffany show and sister work and many transgender people in Thailand choose to speak out. We are trans, we are proud to be myself, and you choose to accept me in the government document. Gender recognition should have it.
Question? Yes. I'm curious to hear what are daily lives like for the sex workers. And you mentioned that for one of your friends, she had 20 clients a day. Is that what they do also during the daytime or something during that time? And what would their other daytime job be like? And and you also mentioned that the industry is very competitive. So what would they do if they can't earn enough to support themselves? And also, once they reach a certain age, it's very hard for them to collect business. And what jobs would they pursue then?
Okay, choose one.
In my organization, most of them they are trans, right? You see the video already. Some people they are to work also. Either for the daytime, they work as teacher, and then tonight they work at the same work. And some people, the night work at the sex worker, and the day they either the makeup artist, and and some people in the day they study, and tonight they sex work and cabaret show. Yes, I think this is the freedom work, and it's like the sex work is ไม่ใช่งานประจำมันเป็นเรื่องของแบบไม่ใช่รูทีน
It's like a part-time job that they can do like with other work as well.
คือบางคนเนี่ยอาจจะมีแฟนที่แบบอยู่ต่างประเทศนั้น2 เดือนมาทีนึงก็จะมีแต่แฟนคนนี้คนเดียวที่เขาส่งเงินให้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยมันเป็นเรื่องมันไม่ใช่เรื่องงานประจำก็มี
It's also like some people don't do it as a full-time job. You know, some people have like a regular client who are in other countries and then come to Thailand for a couple of months, and then that client keeps sending them money. So it could also be that form of work. It doesn't have to be either part-time or full-time.
And my job as sister, for the start time as sister, we start maybe lunch time and until midnight, and not midnight and until it's like the evening, because the transgender, if they are safe work, they work in the morning. But in the day they sleep and they get up in the afternoon. Yeah, and my services should provide in the afternoon. But they cannot do it to the hospital because the hospital start on 8 a.m. right until 4 p.m. It is not matched for the time. We will decide for the services for the response her need and the time. Yes, for the safe work, right? If the high season you can make more money, and if the low season you go back to the hometown, stay with the family, her father and mother, and work in the it's like the beauty salon or something like that. It's like the freelance makeup artist. Yeah, this is the same issue of my country, in Thailand and Laos, Cambodia, India, Pakistan, Philippines. It's the same issue. It's the same situation.
So obviously, like the Sisters Foundation provides a lot of different services for the community. And so I was kind of curious how you see Sisters Girl evolving, like what new services might it provide or will it specialize? Sort of asking this because like it is important for people to know if they're HIV positive, and like the testing that you do is very important. But then wondering if Sisters will be then trying to, in the future, try and channel trans people away from like the sex work industry or what?
For the one patient as sister, now we get the budget, get the money from the US, right? But now for the donor, it's like the less of money because in the future we make a plan. It's like the sister is like the second home in Pattaya, and we should to support the budget from the Thai government in the future for the long term. It's like the sustainable in the future, and now we provide for the health care services, but not only HIV, right? Have about the quality of life of everything, and the one part is like the human rights and the protect right for the transgender people, and the one part is like the advocacy for the change some policy in Thailand. in the future, I would like for the health issue, I would like to set some standard of care services with the medical standard for the transgender, for the section, for the surgery, and for the advocacy. We would like to change some policy and move with the Thai Transgender Alliance network for change some policy for protect the trans people in Thailand. And we do the access to the services in the hospital, in the and you can even have the social welfare is like the men and women in Thailand. And for me and sister, we have a partner in the other country in the Asia Pacific for more about the would like to make about the some guideline, some the information more and more about the research for the trans people and about the research, not only research for HIV, we research for the way of life, about the narrative report for the transgender life, yeah, and make for the quality of life, not only sex worker. Sex worker now is more, you know, I say sex worker is the work for the transgender. A lot in Thailand work at the sex work, but we should to be the doctor, we should to be the teacher and professional work and have the social welfare like the men and women in Thai society. I think it is my impact and outcome in the future for Sister Foundation for work. And we will not promote for sex worker because you can work sex worker, that's okay, I can accept you because for the short time, but you should have to work for the long time in the future. If you are an older transgender, you should to have the access and have the social welfare to the hospital if you not ill something like that. Do you understand me there? Oh my God, it's very hard.
Next question, or do you want to ask them?
So, it seems like what you're doing is like really wonderful, just like Molly said. I was just wondering, like, how did you get people to like aware that there's this foundation exists? Because I think it would be really nice if everyone's aware that. I think now you've got like a lot of awareness already. I was just wondering, how did you like channel to people or like access those transgender people?
It's good if Thailand we have the LGBT organization a lot in the region of in the regional in Thailand, in the north of Thailand, the south of Thailand, Bangkok, Pattaya, Phuket. Yeah, it's a good for protect the trans and LGBT people. And for sister, we have more than 10 years ago. Yes, we have famous for in Thailand and Pattaya. Every transgender here know sister about sister work. And in the for the promote of my work, we have any channel. It's like the Facebook, website, and we have a team outreach. And yeah, we will try to include my work in the international level. It's like the UNAIDS, USAID, WHO, UNDP, something like that. For the promote about my work and not only Thai trans. It's equal for all trans and male and female too. We have now we have the services of not only Thai trans. We have my friend from the transgender from Cambodia, from Philippines, from Germany, from USA, came here for consult. And I think in Thai society, if we will success for the advocacy, for change my society for acceptable transgender, we should to work with the male and female too. And I want to make a new friend with you all and say about my work, say about my life, and support for the trans issue and talk the trans. My friend, we can stay together, something like that. I think this is very empowered strong.
I'm curious about like the process of like when like a man decides that he wants to like come out as a trans woman, or like the process of like the change. Like what like why? I mean, I guess someone who like is like not really like educated on this topic. I think it's be interesting to hear like, is there like a decision? Like what is like the decision that needs to be made? Like is that hard? Is that what does that process look like?
I have to theory to information about the transgender life. I believe I want to be trans, okay, and I have some another one talk about the gender คือความหมายเรื่องทางเพศ gender fluid. Now, now you are gay. Maybe in the next month you are trans, and you will come back to the bi. I'm not sure. And you, yeah, it's like the sexual fluid.
Like gender fluid or like sexual fluid?
Yeah. And but for me, I think and before I'm proud to be I want to be a woman. It's the same woman. I want to be the breast and vagina and like the feel like the woman, like my mother. Okay, but now I'm work more than 10 years for about the gender and sexuality. Now I'm proud to be a transgender. I'm not to be a woman. I think this is make about the value of my mind too. For me, before I have my plan for sex change. I have money, yeah. But now I think it's not necessary for me for change because I think it's like if you have it's not important for my life. Breast and vagina is not important for my life. I think in my mind more than so power and touch me, and I can change the world, change the attitude. I think this is my work. Is like the sister. I am also trans woman, and if I work now, I am very happy. If the advocacy I want to change is success, is good for me and good for the Thai transgender people. I think this is a big of my objective of my life. I want to see that. Okay. Now in Thai, it is the Buddhism, right? It's not hard if you choose to make the understanding for her mother, of my mother and my father. I have more than 3 years and 4 years for work with my family. Every day, my father, he is a policeman, and he is a boxer man. He's very straight. He's a top man. My mother, she is the wife in the home, but my mother, she understands me and acceptable me more than my father. More than every day on the 3 years before dinner, I have a flip chart in my room, in my home, and stay with my father. My father, you know, what kind of the human in the world? How many คือมีเพศกี่เพศในสังคมอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Like he like informed her father like, do you know like how many genders or how many like what kind of human in the world?
1 year my father he is confirmed only 2 male and female.
Like, for 1 year he keeps saying that it's only like female.
I want to change something. He not interest me. He is in the newspaper for the no. Have the men or female only. No have the other sex. Yeah, I will show every day and talk about the sex, gender and sexuality with my father for change him attitude. Yeah, because my family we have two trans women, my sister too, in my family, and should to study is really great. Is every so try it and also show off my father. I am transgender and I can leader in the university. คือพี่เป็นประธานสโมสรนักศึกษาด้วยซึ่งเป็นกระเทยคนแรกที่แบบเป็นประธานนายกสโมสรซึ่งเป็นการยอมรับที่แบบมันไม่ง่ายนะนักศึกษาบางคนอย่างเงี้ยมันทำให้เราเห็นว่าแบบเราทำได้เราเป็นกระเทยแล้วก็สามารถทำได้ต้องโชว์ให้พ่อแม่เห็นว่าเราต้องเรียนเก่งที่สุดต้องอะไรที่สุดซึ่งพี่คิดว่ามาคิดย้อนหลังว่าทำไมคุณต้องเหนื่อยขนาดนั้นบ้าง
So she said now she thinks that it was very tiring for most of the transgender people to gain acceptance from the community or from the family. So mostly they try to have to be, surpass other people in every way. For example, they have to try to be on the top of their class. They have to go through a lot of plastic surgery to be like very, very beautiful or earn like a beauty pageant position so that the community can accept them. So yeah, it's very tiring.
ซึ่งไม่จำเป็นต้องขนาดนั้นปะเอาจริงก็เป็นคนธรรมดาก็ได้บางทีก็ยอมรับเป็น
So yeah, she said that it doesn't have to be that much. That like transgender people have to be better than other people in order to gain acceptance. They should be able to be live their life normally and then also gain acceptance.
คือถ้าเราจะขนาดนั้นได้เราต้องทำงานกับตัวเองสตรองเก่งภายในของเราต้องแข็งที่จะต่อรองกับครอบครัวซึ่งไม่ง่ายที่จะทุกคนจะทำกับครอบครัวแบบนี้ได้เพราะว่าเป็นเรื่องบางคนโดนตีโดนเคี่ยนโดนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยจากพ่อแม่ซึ่งแบบเขาอาจจะยากแต่ครอบครัวที่โชคดีที่เขาฟังเราอยู่เราเปลี่ยนได้
It's very difficult to gain acceptance family. Some of the transgender or Qatari people got physically abused by their family as well when they came out, and so she kind of feels that she is lucky that the family still listen to her and accept her.
คือเรื่องนี้มันเป็นเรื่องที่เครือข่ายเพื่อนไทยหรือไทย transgender เนี่ยทำอยู่คือถ้าเราไม่สามารถต่อรองกับพ่อแม่ได้เพราะอำนาจยังไม่เท่ากันเนี่ยก็ให้พ่อแม่ที่เป็นเกย์กระเทยมีลูกเกย์กระเทยคุยกันเองมันจะมีพลังมากกว่าที่เราจะต้องมาอธิบายเยอะแยะที่ว่านี่เป็นส่วนที่เราต้องทำกับครอบครัวมากขึ้น
There's also a word from Thai Transgender Alliance that they try to work with families when the children cannot negotiate or gain acceptance from family, and then they put together a program where parents who have gay or transgender children came together and then talk to each other, because when parents can have a conversation, it's easier than for the kids to talk to their own parents.
ใช่ซึ่งมันเป็นนิมิตหมายที่ดีว่าช่วงหลังๆเนี่ยเวลาเรามีช่องทางการสื่อสารเนี่ยมีคนโทรเข้ามาซิสเตอร์หรือมีโทรเข้ามาในเครือข่ายคนไทยซึ่งเป็นพ่อแม่ที่มีลูกเป็น LGBT เนี่ยโทรเข้ามาถามว่าดูแลลูกตัวเองยังไงที่เป็นแบบนี้ซึ่งเขายอมรับแล้วแต่เขาไม่รู้วิธีการดูแลที่มันถูกต้องหรือว่าจะดูแลลูกยังไงอย่างเงี้ยซึ่งเป็นเรื่องดีมากตรงที่ว่าเขาไม่ได้แอนตี้แต่เขาพร้อมที่จะเปิดแล้วก็จะดูแลลูกยังไง
Well, it's a good sign that now there are so many people calling in which are the parents of transgender or gay people and want to ask for advice how to raise their children or how to treat them. I mean, it's a good sign that they show their attempt to understand their kids.
Any more questions?
Enjoy Pattaya. And tonight you have tonight, right? Where you go?
Your recommendation.
Wow, swimming.
Okay. So I think if there is no more question, we will come to the close of the session. So today, I would really like to thank Pidoy for giving us the opportunity to come here and talk to us today, and also to offer and help us with the Tiffany show, so to give us a chance to go see the performance.